Happy Monday, everyone. Good morning to you. There's a passage of scripture in Hosea. Hosea is a marvelous story of God's redemption and his unfailing love and his constant reminder to us that there is always forgiveness available, restoration available, reconciliation available. And there's a passage of scripture right in the middle of this book, or near the end actually, in chapter 10, that has always played a significant role in my own heart when I come against things in my life that are seemingly opposed to what I would call having a good life, and things that aren't working out right, and inconveniences, and things that just have to be rescheduled and redone because nothing worked out the way I thought it would. And I've discovered that God has a purpose for that. And it's related in Hosea 10, verse 12. Sow for yourselves righteousness, reap steadfast love. Break up your fallow ground, for it is time to seek the Lord, that he may come and rain righteousness upon you. It's time to break up your fallow ground. Fallow ground is that ground that has not been worked properly. So there's probably lots of weeds and growth that are unproductive and not a part of any kind of a harvest. Think about that in your spiritual life. There are parts of our lives that we have not allowed the rain of God's righteousness to penetrate because we don't keep working up that soil and keeping it receptive to what God is going to pour into it so it can produce a harvest for his glory. We have the fallow ground of finances where God's not allowed to touch them. We have the fallow ground of personal preferences where God's not allowed to change our mind. We have the fallow ground of self-protection where we determine what we get involved in and what the risk level should be, where God is not allowed to call us into higher places of ministry for him, even if it exposes us to risk. We all have fallow ground. We have the fallow ground of comforts. We have the fallow ground of earthly security. We have the fallow ground of specific sin that we keep to ourselves so that we can find relief from the pain of life without God really touching it. It's time to break up your fallow ground so that the rain of God's righteousness can penetrate into the depths of your life and bring a harvest of joy and peace and glory to the Lord. It's time to break up your fallow ground. I hope today is a profitable day for you to do that. God bless you.